it's just occurred to me that Republicans are people who want the power to be in the people's hands and not in a monarchy or a superpower. And yet it's strange or ironic how they are the most Christian people, and yet they believe in a higher power, God, and they believe in Jesus, like the monarch, basically. But yet they are Republican. I mean, it's like the Republican Party are far more Christian than the other party. I think they're both slightly Christian, but I feel like a lot of people just use it as a way of, um, just trying to back up what the majority of people believe or back up the whatever. But yeah, it's just interesting how Republican is basically, even though they're the most Christian, what their Republican actually means is kind of anti-Christian, anti-superpower, and anti-person at the top. And yeah, it's going to be harder if Jesus did come as a human. It would be harder to put that person in power if a huge number of people don't believe in having a sort of person in power. But yeah, I know that the Christians are going to confuse. They're going to be wanting the Antichrist, and they're not going to be wanting the real Christ. Hence, they're going to see the real Christ as the Antichrist. But yeah, I just thought saying Jesse coming out of the Republican thing could be suggesting how there's going to be a power shift. Before it was with the people, and maybe now it's just going to be of the people at the top, or the angels, or just the one world society. And I know Donald Trump actually in recent things, he goes on about, making America great and everything. I want America to be great, yes. But I think it's actually better to work. There's a lot of poverty and a lot of people suffering, and I think I feel like this world is hell because I think about all the horrible places where people are just suffering and not enjoying much, and not having that much, and living in horrible houses and stuff. And you know I think if it was more about, you know a world as a whole, you think about, if the world, my higher self, if my higher self could not juggle 9 million souls and saying that there needs to be a population reduction, it is better to get rid of the people that want to go. But the people that want to go are the people that are going to be suffering the most and unhappiest. And I'm sure they will be much happier in their next life. And yeah, if Donald Trump only was thinking about America, then it's kind of like, it's a smaller picture. It's a smaller picture. And yeah, really, the world, the leaders should be thinking about the whole world, but at the same time, not also giving money to that, because there's a lot of America is has there's a lot of parts in America that are falling apart. So, if they wanted to put their tax money on their country, I kind of agree with that, because technically their country is not great in some areas, and there's some really bad areas of America that are dangerous to walk around. And there's some nice areas. I think I haven't really been that. I've been to Florida 3 times, and in California, but I didn't. I stayed in the Hollywood area, and there was some lovely areas of that, but there was also some bad areas. And I do agree that if people are paying tax money, the tax money should go on the people that are spending money on the tax. Um, but yeah, there should be a world goal, and that could involve seeing who wants to go, letting them go, and then taking all the best people from the poorer countries and offering them a better life, in America. And that would be better for America, because they'll get to live with better people. If you were to have, like, if you see your country as being like a prison, and say if there was lots of vacancies in your country, you want the best people to enter into your country, so that you can make your country the best country by having the best people. And the only way you can make your country the best country is by making it, one, pretty, by making houses nice, making lifestyles good, making people, that's how people feel about England. A lot of people, there's a lot of refugees that would love to come to England because it is pretty here. It's lots of greenery, and it rains a lot. Like, I hate the rain, and that's why I want to leave, because it's cold and I've got so many bad memories. But and I want change. And yeah, I kind of don't really know which. I want changes in. I hate cold. I hate cold weather. But yeah, it's England is a nice country. So if you spend lots of tax money on your country and make your country nice, then a lot of people are going to want to come to your country. Then you have to sieve out, the best ones. And I know that makes it bad for the other countries because the best ones are leaving the other countries and coming to your country. But that's kind of how you make your country the best country, by making sure you've got the best people, attracting the best people, using tax money to make your country the best as possible. But yeah, there is a unity goal, which should be to take people out of extreme poverty. But I do feel like there's only one way that can really happen. But whatever. That's just something that